In the early 13th century, a man from the harsh steppes of Mongolia would change history forever. His name, Temujin, but the world would remember him as Genghis Khan. The Mongol Empire was the largest contiguous land empire in history, built through sheer military genius, brutal efficiency, and an iron will. But how did a group of nomadic tribesmen create an empire that stretched from the Pacific Ocean to Eastern Europe? And how did it all fall apart? This is the story of the Mongol Empire. Temujin was born in 1162 into a Mongol tribe, but his childhood was filled with hardship. After his father was poisoned, he and his family were abandoned. Forced to survive in the harsh Mongolian wilderness, he learned one lesson: trust no one and never show weakness. Through a mix of cunning alliances, strategic marriages, and ruthless warfare, Temujin united the fractured Mongol tribes. In 1206, he declared himself Genghis Khan, meaning universal ruler. His goal? Conquer the world. The Mongols were unstoppable. Their warriors, expert horsemen and archers, could ride for days without rest, surviving on dried meat and fermented mare's milk. Their tactics? Brutal but effective. In 1211, they invaded the Jin dynasty in northern China, slaughtering entire cities. By 1219, Genghis Khan set his sights on the Khwarezmian Empire in Persia. When the Khwarezmian Shah killed Mongol envoys, Genghis unleashed hell. Cities were burned, populations exterminated, and an empire was wiped from history. By the time Genghis Khan died in 1227, the Mongol Empire stretched from the Yellow River to the Caspian Sea. But his death was just the beginning. After Genghis, his sons and grandsons continued his legacy. The empire was divided into 4 khanates, but they still fought together when necessary. In 1237, the Mongols invaded Russia, crushing the Kievan Rus and establishing the Golden Horde. In 1258, they sacked Baghdad, destroying the Abbasid Caliphate and bringing an end to the Islamic Golden Age. Meanwhile, Kublai Khan, Genghis's grandson, focused on China. By 1271, he had established the Yuan dynasty, becoming the first foreign ruler of all China. Under his rule, the Mongols embraced Chinese culture, built roads, and expanded trade. The Mongol Empire was at its peak, but empires don't last forever. After Kublai Khan's death in 1294, the empire began to fracture. The Mongols were great conquerors, but struggled to govern vast territories. The Golden Horde in Russia weakened due to internal struggles. The Ilkhanate in Persia collapsed by the 1330s. The Chagatai Khanate in Central Asia fell into chaos. And in 1368, the Chinese overthrew the Yuan dynasty, driving the Mongols back into the steppes. The empire that once ruled the world was no more. The Mongols were ruthless conquerors, but their legacy is undeniable. They revolutionized warfare, created one of the first global trade networks through the Silk Road, and spread ideas, technologies, and even diseases, like the Black Plague, across continents. The Mongol Empire may have fallen, but its impact on history is eternal, and that is the entire history of the Mongol Empire. And if you love history, don't forget to like and subscribe for more epic stories from the past.